May I come in, sir?
Please come.
Good evening, sir. Good evening.
Good evening. You know, you resigned from something and then you are continuing in something.
Yes, sir. So I was recommended to Indian Revenue Service Income Tax through my attempt in 2022. So I've resigned from Indian Corporate Law Service and I've joined Indian
Okay,
Revenue
you
Service.
resigned from corporate law or you have joined
Indian
income
Revenue
tax?
Service, yes.
Income tax.
Income tax.
All right. Do you think the income tax, first of all, why is income tax called a department? Is it a department or a directorate?
Sir, it has directorates under it. There are 7 different directorates that
If
come under it.
Department of Revenue is a department, then how can income tax also be a department?
Department of Revenue makes up of both the income tax and
That's what I'm
CBS.
saying. Are you saying that income tax is a department under another department? Is that possible?
No, sir, that is not possible. I will read upon this. I'm very sorry.
Do you think the income tax department is citizen friendly?
Sir, I do not have work experience in the department.
General impression?
Sir, I would want to highlight that there have been a lot of improvements in that regard towards making it citizen friendly. Earlier, we have seen a lot of problems which were flagged with respect to the IT portal and a lot of problems with the entire system management and also with respect to taxation returns. But I believe that a lot of reforms that have come and even the recent budget proposal with respect to removing the demands that were up to 10,000 and 25,000, those taxation cases going forward, these are a symbol towards moving towards more citizen friendly reforms.
Are you under training now?
No, sir, I have taken extraordinary.
Taken extraordinary. You are from Hyderabad?
Yes, sir.
Correct? Now, Hyderabad and Secunderabad are sort of twin cities.
Yes, sir.
Can you tell me 2-3 more twin cities in our country?
Sorry, sir, I'm not able to recollect exactly any other twin cities of that
Do
matter.
you think there are any more other than these?
Yes, sir, there are twin cities.
If I say Calcutta and Howrah are twin cities, would you agree?
I'm not exactly sure, sir, but I think they can be considered as twin cities. But I'm basing my decision on economic activities that happen in Howrah. Howrah happens to be an important zone, be it with respect to train transport or even economic modes and so on. So I believe that they can be considered so.
Andhra Pradesh, Telangana reminds one of Satya Sai Baba, correct? Sociologically speaking, what Satya Sai Baba had was a cult or a sect, or none?
So sociologically speaking, I believe that the followers and so on, the parameters that differentiate a sect and a cult is based on the number of followers, how a sect is something that comes out of a major proportion of a religion and so on and brings in new rules.
And a cult?
And cult is something that develops around an individual and promotes a very singular sort of a relationship between a person and an
So
individual.
what was the Sai Baba's thing?
So, sir, I believe that it was towards a cult, but it had certain factors of a sect also, which is with respect to following and so on. But I believe that it was majorly towards a cult.
But the word cult also has negative connotations, correct?
Yes, sir.
Why so? Just give me one example of a negative connotation of the word cult.
So I can think of one from the United States where there was Jim Reverend's cult, which promoted a thought about a doomsday and so on, and we saw multiple suicides.
Correct. Thank you.
I find you very interesting because your optional subject or paper also involves Sanskrit.
Yes, sir.
Correct.
Language paper. Yes.
Language paper was Sanskrit. Can you tell me the full shlok where Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam comes?
I just know the last line, so I don't know the full shlok. I will read about this, sir.
Ayam nijah paroveti ganana laghuchetasam udaracharitanam tu.
Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam.
What does it mean?
So, if you
Ayam nijah paroveti ganana laghuchetasam udaracharitanam tu vasudhaiva kutumbakam.
Sir, for a person, it depends on one person about how they look at things. For somebody with a very broad outlook, it becomes the family, the entire world will be a family for
You
such a
have
person.
caught the meaning but not the exact translation. This is mine, I am nija. That is yours, paroveti. Ganana laghuchitsa. This thinking is of narrow-minded people. Udar charitanam tu vasudhaiv kutumbakam.
Yes.
Tell me the conjugation with pat dhatu in present tense.
Dhatu roop of
Dhatu roop is pat.
patati, patatah, patanti, patasi, patatah, patata, patami, patavah, patamah.
What is the second one?
Patasi,
Patasi, patatha, patata.
Patata.
All right. What makes Sanskrit a unique language? What is the most unique feature of Sanskrit language?
So the most unique feature is how the verb, it can be in the starting, the middle or the end, and the sentence will make the same exact
That,
understanding.
of course, is a very good point, but I am trying to find something more unique than this. Because there are many languages where the same definition works, which you said about Sanskrit. But there is something in Sanskrit which does not exist in any other language on this planet.
So a second thing that I can think of is how it's exactly very scientific. If somebody had to learn it, they could grasp the certain rules and be able to learn the language entirely.
It's
for
very
a
difficult to
non-native.
grasp those basic things because there are so many variations. I have learned Sanskrit for 12 years and I have not been able to master it.
Yes, sir.
But tell me, otherwise I would have spoken to you in Sanskrit language.
Yes.
So, anything else that comes to your mind? You have already given the clue in your dhatu roop, but you are not able to catch it. Patati patataha, the
One person,
dvivachan.
two people, and three people.
The dvivachan is not there in any other language.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you.
Yes. It's a difficult language.
Yes, sir.
Right? Okay. What is our tax base in India?
So based on the number of taxpayers of 2024, we have seen 8.8 crore people filing taxes. But out of that, we've seen 60% who have filed for nil income. So based on that, our tax base is significantly lower at around 3 to 4 crore.
Okay. If you continue to work as an income tax officer, let's say, how would you increase the base? How do you increase the pool of people paying tax? And would you like to exclude the government filers who have fixed income?
So coming to the first aspect of increasing tax base, this has to be a gradual manner with a stable policy and so on, like we are moving forward with. Second thing is to enhance transactions and a lot more formalization of economy, which will help in following up and also collection of taxes. Coming to the aspect of people who have a fixed salary, they cannot be excluded, sir, according to me. They help us in streamlining one aspect of tax collection, which is tax collection at source and so on, where we have an idea about what is the tax to be collected. So I believe that a stable policy and gradual move towards enhancing formalization of economy, and the third aspect of tax collection at sources increasing can help towards collection, widening the tax base gradually.
Okay. So Telangana and Andhra Pradesh got divided.
Yes.
Telangana is a rich state, right? And a major center for IT related activity, Cyberabad and all, is located there. Do you think AI can be used to increase the tax base in India? Would you like to deploy AI for that purpose?
So I just want to take a moment to think on this.
Okay.
So emerging technologies like AI must find a use, and it can also be used towards tax increase. I am thinking of specific use cases where such technology can be used. I am able to think about indirect taxation where AI might be of immediate help, be it with respect to customs and so on. But in direct taxation, AI might take a little more time in adoption and analysis of data and be able to generate response.
Is the department not already doing it? Huh? The big data analysis, they are already doing it. So you need to build on that.
Yes.
No?
Yes.
All right. You are a chemical engineer.
Yes, sir.
I'll ask you a light question. You're wearing a beautiful sari, right? If you were to wear a perfume with it, will it be alcohol based or water based? And why?
So polymer. So the sari material that I'm using has a little bit of polymer. This is not a pure silk, so it will react with an alcohol. So in that case, I would have to prefer a water-based.
No. My question is, why would you use an water based? You want to use a water based perfume or alcohol based?
Sir, I would prefer a water-based based on my understanding because of a possible reaction between the polymer and the alcohol.
No. Find out. Read about it.
Yes, sir.
You will find your answer. Anyway, thank you.
Yes.
Chandana, you were discussing about the tax ICT system.
Yes, sir.
It should be a robust. It should be connecting direct tax and indirect tax, and big transactions, banking, foreign travel, everything. What do you understand about it? Will it help in tax administration? Has it been done? What more is to be done?
Sir, I will have to read about it. I do
Okay,
not have.
okay, no problem, no problem. You worked in Deloitte,
Yes, sir.
and you know KPMG, EY, and who is the fourth one?
Deloitte, KPMG, EY, and what's the name? KPMG.
Okay, you read.
I'm not able to.
Who is more professional out of the big four? And how do you rate them?
So, to what I know, all the four organizations have more or less same level of professional mechanism because they have a same hiring mechanism and same level of people ultimately make up those organizations. And
What happened to Arthur Anderson auditors after the
collapse of labor?
disintegration, collapse?
Sir, Arthur Anderson, they became a part of Deloitte to what I know, sir. Like it was in the past, so I do not know the exact details, but they were taken over.
Satyam was made Asatyam by which company?
So I remember the auditors were PwC for Satyam.
PwC. Okay. I am asking you something. What is that? You want to ask me anything? Or I need to? What? NPK, hydrocarbons. Sorry, NPK for fertilizer. What are the problems and challenges in your state?
So particularly with respect to our state, the major issue has been with respect to fluoride reactions with NPK fertilizers and fluorosis as an issue. So in that context, various measures have been undertaken to promote other fertilizers apart from urea and DAP, diammonium phosphate, and to promote sulfur also.
what do you think Putin is doing very strong economically? Who is behind Putin? USA, India, Brazil, who is there? Somebody is doing de-dollarization and good trade. Its GDP is growing, and it goes against the sanctions of US. Okay, done.
So certainly, major oil buying nations have helped.
Which oil buying nation who is buying like anything?
So I don't know the exact numbers.
Your own country?
Yes.
Okay.
It was $36 billion.
We are by. Okay. Hello, Chandana.
Hello, ma'am.
Nice to meet you. What is your view on the division of the state of Andhra into Telangana and Andhra? And this took place in 2014,
Yes,
if
ma'am.
I'm right, yeah? So do you think that has helped?
Ma'am, it has certainly helped the state of Telangana, but it has not helped the state of Andhra Pradesh. So for Telangana, this has
Why?
been that they had a ready-made capital, which was Hyderabad, and they were able to move beyond Hyderabad also for development. But the same has been a big issue for Andhra Pradesh, which do not have a capital city, and which we still see as a problem. And secondly, also that Andhra Pradesh in general, apart from the capital city, has also seen other issues, be it with respect to the issue of three capital city that we have seen, or the second aspect of certain cases, farmers against Amravati capital shift from there and so on. So I think in that respect, Telangana has seen better days and Andhra Pradesh has not.
But apart from the capital issue, yes. But in terms of development, do you think Telangana has a better model of development than Andhra, and they have done better? Because I also understand now Hyderabad as a city itself is the highest per capita income in the country, I was told. I visited Hyderabad recently, it's very impressive. And a lot of this change has been in the last 10 years. So what is your view on this? So my question really is, it's not only about the capital, but apart from the capital, what were the other development issues that were handled better by Telangana?
Ma'am, I can think of three issues that were handled better by Telangana. One was with respect to agriculture. We've seen that Kaleshwaram lift irrigation project was brought in, which was believed to have increased arable land by 18 lakh hectares of land towards Telangana side. And apart from that, we also had Mission Kakatiya, which was very important with respect to restoration of ponds and so on, being the Deccan agricultural lands which needed irrigation. The second aspect has been to diversify from IT sector alone. Today, we are also a pharma, apart from pharma hub, we are also having aerospace industry growing in Telangana. And we also have a biological valley where a lot of biotechnology research is going on. So I think the second aspect has been this. And the third aspect has been about social indicators. Raitu Bandhu scheme was first in Telangana, which went on to become the PM Kisan scheme. We also have on a similar line Dalita Bandhu, which was focused towards bringing investments towards the marginalized so that they are able to start their own ventures and so on. So I think these are three parameters that help Telangana grow.
Thank you. I want to end with one. You've done sociology.
Yes, ma'am.
Can you give us your observations on the panel today?
Ma'am, my understanding as a sociologist has been that the board is very diverse and has come from extremely diverse backgrounds. And a second aspect has also been about how like there are different state representations and so on of people that I'm reading based on the nameplates. That is all the understanding I can do from sociology.
No, you have missed the most important
know.
point.
Gender representation.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you. Something to think about, right?
Yes,
There should be equal representation.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
You said that you have taken this interview twice, or
Yes, sir. Twice, sir.
what are the marks that you got?
So first time I got 160, last time I got 190.
Oh, all right. So, how do you think your interview went today?
So this is my first mock
Oh,
for
this
this
year.
year.
When is the
So
interview?
April 4th, sir.
Oh, okay, you have time.
Yes. So,
All right.
so this was my first mock and I was extremely unprepared. I need to read a little more onto income tax and so on. I have not been able to grasp basics of it.
Yeah, I got stuck with your Sanskrit background. Otherwise, nobody has asked you about the foreign service. It's your second choice. So be prepared for that as well. But how much would you give to yourself today?
So I'm not able to judge.
Okay. Now, overall, I think you have been a very good candidate. Your views are very, very correct, and you take a stand. You know the reasons why you have taken the stand. All that is very good. And I would feel that I have noticed your hand movement. You have acted very naturally, which is absolutely the way it should be. And we don't have much to speak on your performance. I would only like to say that keep working on the keywords of your DAF, connect them with the current affairs, and continue to develop your knowledge bank.
Yes.
There is nothing more that we can add unless anyone would like to say something.
190, 200 material.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about it.
Yes.
That's all. Like, I'm very surprised that you got 160 or whatever you got.
Yeah, first time.
Keep at what you're doing. I really have nothing to add. Excellent.
Thank you.
Chandra, this is your first mock.
Yes, the first mock for this year.
This year.
Tell me frankly, did I notice your hands trembling?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Why?
Thank you. Why?
Sir,
You have faced so many interviews,
but
right?
just the first and the jitters with it.
Jitters, yeah, I noticed that, and I wanted to talk to you about it. You are way too good for them. Okay? You will do way better than your last time.
Yeah, you have to
You are
say.
outstanding. So let that shake be not visible. You are holding so that the fingers don't tremble,
Yes, sir.
right?
Yes.
Instead, use them to good effect to emphasize a point instead of showing that jitteriness. All right?
Yes, sir.
You are very good. Let
Yeah.
it not affect you.
Just be
Okay.
confident.
Yeah. All
And
right.
I think your mantra can be, I think I am better than I think I am.
Yes.
Right? You're
Excellent.
certainly better than you think. Excellent.
Very good.
Thank you, sir.
Unless you have something else to ask. You have something?
Sir, for somebody who's on extraordinary leave, how much are we supposed to prepare for income tax? That is an issue because
You have never joined income tax,
I have not
right?
joined.
So that's
certainly.
it.
General.
Very basic
Yeah,
idea about
general.
it.
General.
Link it with current affairs. Whatever has come in the papers on taxation, budget, etc., you should be aware of that. There you should not falter. But anything deeper than that, about income tax department as such, you can simply say that I have yet to join.
Okay, sir.
Yeah? But normal things you must be fully aware.
Yes, sir.
All right.
I'll work on this. Thank you so much.
Great show.
All the best.
Bye-bye.
All the best.
Thank you.